guys, probably.
Certain girls in particular.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, school, girls, life itself. You know, a lot of hardships.
Understandable.
Yeah.
So, what stresses you guys out?
Homework and tests and quizzes.
Yep. Yep. How do you deal with your stress?
Friends. I talk to my friends. And they help do that and help us get through it.
Okay. Mr. Thorne, what stresses you out?
When students don't do as well as I had hoped.
How did you manage stress?
I try to get the kids to do better.
Okay, thank you.
What stresses you out, Jackie? Homework and staying up late.
Go.
Max, what stresses you out?
Schoolwork, homework, study hall, Watson Hogan, people around campus, the fact that I'm stuck here 5 days a week, Garvey throwing things at me from the senior room or whatever. That's about it.
How do you deal with that stress?
I do yoga in my room a lot. My dad taught me to do yoga, and I just bro out with
That's pretty relaxing.
like travesty. That's about it.
What stresses you out?
Sometimes the news stresses me out a lot. I hear a lot on the news about the young people serving our country and even the natural disasters happening. That stresses me out. It's worrisome for me.
How do you deal with your stress?
I usually deal with my stress by trying to think positive and also with music. Music helps me deal with a lot in my life, and it was something my mother taught me at an early age.
Okay, thank you. Mike, what stresses you out?
Well, you know, in the mornings when you're rushing to class and it just doesn't work out, rush mornings just stress me out.
What stresses you out? Okay, how do you deal with your stress?
I call my girlfriend, just ignore them and avoid it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Mrs. Anderson, can you just tell us what stresses you out?
Okay, what things that stress me out is like the deadlines of everyday life, especially when there's not enough time in the day.
How do you deal with your stress?
I do a lot of mindfulness, I do some meditation, and I just thought of something, I drink a lot of Zen tea.
Good, thank you.
Okay.
What stresses you out?
Missing the bus.
What stresses you out?
Well, school in general stresses me out. Like being a minority in a prep school and everything. It's just like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to deal with, but school in general, like the work that they give us and everything, it's hard.
How do you deal with that stress?
I just try to go on my daily life, like just thinking about me.
Mr. Thorne, what stresses you out?
When students don't do as well as I had hoped.
How did you manage stress?
I try to get the kids to do better.
Okay, thank you. Kat, what stresses you out?
Late night sports practices and not having enough time to do all my schoolwork and college stuff.
How do you deal with your stress?
I go work at home and chill.
Okay. What stresses you out?
I don't really get stressed because I don't really let things get to me. I mean, sometimes school can get a little hard, but I usually just figure out what to do or just like sleep or something.
Go.
What stresses you out?
Stress. Too many emails. My 3 little kids sometimes. And students who ask me what stresses me out.
And how do you deal with that stress?
I go running. I read. I barrel right into work.
Okay. Madison, what stresses you out?
Probably when my friends aren't getting along and everyone's just seeing things in different ways.
How do you deal with that stress?
I just try to like talk with my friends and like help them work it out, and I might also just spend some time alone, like listen to music and just relax. And usually within a few days it works out. Everything's fine.